Hi, welcome. It's great to see you. So this is a series of 5 videos, each of 10 minutes. All of us can fit 10 minutes to watch a short video that can really change your life. So the subject of these videos are all enhancing resilience, owning your awesomeness, so you can be the best version of yourself and have all those secrets of success. So this first video is all about self-care. So what can you do, and what does self-care mean? Self-care is doing whatever it takes to look after ourselves. Simple, yeah? However, how many times do we not do that? We're very good at supporting everyone else and not caring for ourselves. So the first thing I'd like to do is you to have a think about your routine. What are you doing in your routine that helps your self-care? Now, for me and supporting my clients, I always encourage them to do what I call as savers, and I love a mnemonic. So starting your day, the moment you wake up, go into the bathroom or sit somewhere quietly, or even just in bed before you get out, providing you don't fall asleep, is having a little bit of silence, just a minute or two, just to think quietly about your day, what you're going to achieve, what you're going to do, how you're going to plan it, and how you're feeling right now. And ask yourself this question: what can I do today to be the best version of myself? Because then everything is so much simpler. And as part of that, the A is affirmations. Now, that doesn't mean to say you've got to stand in the mirror and say, I'm amazing, I'm fantastic, because sometimes that head in our says, well, I don't really feel fantastic. But it's doing something that is relevant to you. So for me, I always ask myself, what do I need to do today to be the best version of myself? And somehow saying it out loud in front of the mirror kind of gives that confirmation of, yes, I'm going to do this. So have a go at that. It's a simple thing. These are all little tips that can take you seconds to do, but can have a real impact. The V, visualization. Imagine your best life. What are you doing this for? I'm all about having our purpose, because if we have a strong sense of purpose and a vision, every day is a fun day, because every day is stepping towards that vision. Now, that vision could be, I dream about having my house in the Caribbean with my family around me, working 2 days a week, whatever it is. Having that vision for your life is really important. The other thing is having the vision for your purpose. What's your mission? For me, I want to help leaders stand tall, own who they are, particularly female leaders. So once we stand tall, there is no room for toxicity. So I'm on a mission to get rid of toxicity in the workplace. And that gets me up every morning with excitement. I've got so much to do, no time to lie in bed and lounge about thinking, isn't life ridiculously tough? So that's the V. The E I'm really passionate about is exercise. Now, I'm not telling you to do a marathon before breakfast. Even 10 minutes of exercise, going out in the fresh air for 10 minutes, ideally going for a run or something that gets your heart rate up, for whatever it takes. I'm a great fan of Joe Wicks because I think he's awesome. So I do a little 20-minute, you can do 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever suits you, of a workout. Now, the thing about exercise, ideally in the fresh air first thing in the morning, because it gets you all pumped up for the day. If you can't, for whatever reason, because you've got children at home or there's circumstances where you can't do that, it's having those little moments throughout the day. Now, I know this sounds really bizarre, but I have a set of weights by the loo. So every time I go to the loo, which is quite frequently because drinking lots of water is a really good health strategy, I just do a few like arm or movement or whatever. And suddenly you find in a day, you've done quite a lot, but those moments where you haven't had to use any time. The other thing is reading. And this is one of those 1% of tiny gains. Reading something that empowers you, a book that, you know, can really make you see things differently. And again, you can do that by the loo. And I'm not saying you spend all day sitting on the loo, doing your exercises, reading or whatever you're doing, but really think about just paying a few 3-4 pages a day. Because you can imagine in 3 or 4 pages a day, over a week and a month and a year, you've read a lot that you could easily have not have read. And journaling. Journaling is gold. Not so you're judging yourself, criticizing yourself, comparing yourself or others, but just letting your hand flow. And it's really important that you use a pencil or a pen in a book, not on your laptop or on your phone or anything like that. There's a really difference in actually using your hand. Now, part of that can be what I do, which is 5 things you're excited about that day in the morning. 5 things you're grateful for. And it doesn't have to be massive, like, oh, I'm going on a holiday to the Caribbean. It could be, I got a few hours sleep last night. Oh, I've got a lovely bed to sleep in. Or I woke up next to my partner. Whatever you can be grateful for. But those things that you could easily just take for granted, that now is not good to take for granted, because it just increases our energy and helps us get into that really positive vibration. Yes, so to repeat, 5 things you're grateful for, 5 things that excite you, and how you're going to be that day. So that really enforces, I'm going to be the best version of myself. And what does that mean? It might mean I'm going to make that call to that person that I really don't want to make. It could be that I am going to go out for a walk or a run today that I don't really want to do, but I'm going to do it anyway. Whatever it takes. And that's part of the scribing. Now, in the evening, it's really good idea also to do just before you go to bed, because that sets you up for a good night's sleep. So again, 5 things that you're grateful for. And you don't want to get too excited at this point because you want to calm down, ready for sleep. So I don't do the excitement bit, I just do the gratitude bit. And then 3 things where you've been kind to someone else. 3 things they've been kind to you. And most importantly, 3 things when you have been kind to yourself. And it can be very, very simple. Somebody made you a cup of tea, or somebody smiled at you in the lift. Whatever it takes to get into that mindset of being grateful for the smallest things. And at the end of your scribing, 1 thing that you're really proud of that you've done that day. Now, it could be the call that you talked about first thing in the morning, you made that call. So the simplest thing, and I can't emphasize that, and I know I'm saying simple a lot here, but it's so important, because if we make ourselves goals massive, I'm going to finish that report, and then it's a mammoth task, much bigger than we thought, and we haven't done it. So then we feel we're not good enough, we've failed, we haven't succeeded, and then all that negativity goes on in our heads. So if you notice that you're not achieving that 1 tiny goal, make it even smaller. Go out for a walk for 5 minutes and not 10. Whatever it takes to actually achieve your goal. So the power of routine and setting those boundaries. Now, for me, my boundary is I'm going to do that every morning. My boundary to myself, because that enhances my self-care. I will go and do some exercise no matter what. And the worse the weather, the more satisfied and brave and proud of myself I feel. So creating that avenue for success is so important. What time do you get up in the morning? So the counting down of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, out of the door or out of bed. So you don't press that snooze button, which knocks our self-esteem. Turning your phone off before you go to sleep. A huge number of self-care strategies. Be careful of what news you want, okay? So this is a big summary of what we can do today, mainly focusing on the savers mnemonic. And if you want to know more, please let me know. And the other videos, next time, I'm going to be talking about how we can use our body to enhance our well-being, enhance our success. So thank you for listening and take care. Have a good day. Bye-bye.